Chris Toplack from the Signature Spot. Just wanted to take a quick minute to discuss the events of yesterday. Thoughts are with those who have been impacted by those quote-unquote budget cuts, and now they are unemployed. And again, cold-hearted, callous, especially when we are less than 2 months removed from Christmas, the holiday season. Nobody should take any glory in the fact that anybody lost their jobs, even if you don't like some of the talent. You should feel some sense of empathy for them. There's a lot of blame placed on Vince McMahon, justifiably so. He's the face, he's the head, he's the creator of what we know about WWE. Of course, his father would have founded the WWF. Vince would have eventually purchased that from him. But there's a lot of blame that should fall on the Nick Khans of the world. Keep in mind that he is the president and chief revenue officer of WWE and, of course, the board of directors. This is a business. As much as they label themselves as sports entertainment, and they're certainly not wrestling, because that's a bad word in their little world that they live in, it's all about business decisions. So they pressure these budget cuts to be made, talent gets released, and it's talent that doesn't fit the mold in which they're looking for. This is very typical in corporations. If you've worked for corporations before, and I've worked for a bunch of them, this is pretty typical behavior that we tend to see. It's just very disappointing. And if you are disappointed, if you are angry, if you don't want to support them, by all means, make a decision. Grab a remote and don't tune in. Don't tweet about them. Don't post about them. And if you do enjoy the product, keep tuning in. Ultimately, the choice is yours, but please keep in mind there are many alternatives out there that deserve additional support. We just saw the news that ROH is going on hiatus, which is also extremely disappointing, but we do have viable alternatives in the marketplace, such as AEW, Impact, MLW, New Japan, and this is a very important message. If we don't support them, we could lose them, just like we did with ROH, and of course with all these budget cuts that are transpiring in the business known as WWE. Who knows what the future looks like there? I'm not saying they're going out of business. They're very profitable, but the landscape is ever changing. So if you want to make any decisions, make it here. Make it here. Whatever you want to post about and promote, shout about it online. But be positive. Don't sink down to the level of, beating anybody up or butting heads or drawing lines in the sand. Just support professional wrestling and professional wrestlers. That's my message from me to you. Have a great Friday.